Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is take two. I actually have 28 minutes of footage talking about Takealot. I'm about to repeat exactly the same thing because the lighting was so bad. There was a mirror behind me and it was reflecting the natural light and it was just causing a hazy situation. But I'm so dedicated and I'm doing it again. I even put on some makeup for you guys. When last? With primer, foundation everywhere. Blush underneath, contour underneath the foundation. Guys, how many Jackie Aina videos do we watch before we actually apply some of the tips? So I thought, okay, I've been watching so many videos for the past however long since I last did makeup. So it's about time I actually apply them. So I really like this blush underneath, contouring underneath. What I wanted to do was put a layer of translucent powder before putting on the foundation, and I completely forgot. But I'm going out for date night and I'm going to do it. I'm going to put on the translucent powder before and I'll take pictures, hopefully. Yeah, definitely taking pictures. I've got so many new clothes I haven't worn. I actually just bought new clothes again. So I am about to dish out some outfits. Okay, anyway, let's get into it. So guys, today I'm going to be taking you into my Takealot journey. I first wanted to get on Takealot last year because I was getting in excess of, at the time, maybe like 500 orders in a day. On launch day, I'd get like 1,000 orders, and then the day after launch day will be less, and there's obviously less. And then we'd get to a point where the normal rate was about probably 100 orders a day. And we just work, and the amount just wasn't going down. So what I decided to do, get a friend of mine to help me. And then she was also in lockdown, so she needed the extra income because, all of us are basically off work, and she is a freelancer, so freelancing work was sort of done. And then she helped me, but even with her help, like, it wasn't enough. I think on a good day where I did nothing else, just wake up, fulfill orders, sleep, hardly even ate, those days I could do, like, on my best day I did 90. I think on her best day she once did like almost 100. She was definitely much faster and better than me. I'm having some cappuccino, so sorry, hope it's not distracting. So at a rate of, so on other days when we were doing other things like eating and chilling, and I am in school, okay? I'm doing a postgraduate diploma in marketing management for Love Kings, for myself, and just upskilling myself. So I needed to write exams, do assignments. Actually, I didn't study for my exams last year because of Love Kings. But I managed to pass 2 out of 3 without studying. That was very impressive of me. But I'm doing the course again, so it's fine. For me, foregoing the fees I paid to sort of launch my business. And I wasn't launching my business is 3 years old, even longer. I registered it 3 years ago, but it's like 6 years old basically, conceptually. It was worth me foregoing the fees because I was like, this is the moment, I have to grab it. And I did. So basically on days where I'd study, do other things, my maximum amount of orders that I could do was 50. So she'd also sometimes come in for a few hours and not be there the whole day. So then it was like 100 orders, I think, that we were shipping out in a day, which was not enough. People's orders were delayed. And the courier company I was working with at that time was awful. So Takealot has such a seamless, amazing delivery system with their own drivers. So I was like, Takealot is the only way. Takealot is described as a marketplace. I see it as a fulfillment partner because basically they just hold your stock for you. There's no one that you can communicate with. It's like literally you're working with robots. Like, it's the craziest thing. So they've created a system where you are the only person that engages with it, and then you don't call people and they don't like call you to try get you through each step, you know? So even getting onto Takealot is a lot of upskilling, but I'll explain it. So I got rejected. I applied, I got rejected, and then I was a bit disheartened, and also I didn't have time to be sad, so I was fulfilling orders. So then after the first rejection, I was just like off it. And then I met with the girl who has products on Takealot, black owned local business. And she was actually thinks the issue is my pictures. So I was like, what should the pictures look like? And she says they have to be on a white background and the product needs to be clear, not lots of products, showing at the same time. So I was like, okay, cool. She says just look online. So I looked on other websites and I was like, okay, I get it, Kylie Skin and how they present their pictures. So I tried. Didn't work out. Even the wall, the color of this wall has a grayish tint. They don't want that. It has to be crisp white. There's apps for that I didn't know at that time, but actually the owner of Beauty on Tap really helped me with the white background app. And then I tried to take pictures and edit. Again, they rejected me. There were no reasons given for the rejection. You try email, you try call, no one gives you a reason. You just have to figure it out. So I'm hoping this video helps the next person, because there's so little information. I found like one really helpful video on YouTube that I'll link above of a guy whose pointers I followed through and through. My experience has been different from his and I'll explain how. So then when I got rejected the second time, I literally just didn't have the heart to keep finding how to improve something that I don't know. So I was like, So then I just carried on with my life, did things. December happened, January, February. So in January, February, March, it was just about setting systems in place, like I explained in my Hello Esino 2021 video, which I'll link here. I explained that this year was just about systems. I said I was only going to introduce one more product. I even said that on radio, that no more new products this year, just systems, that one product and systems, and also sticking to hair and not branching out into pajamas and all of that. So part of the systems was realizing that even with the permanent employee, after 8 months, it didn't work because she wanted to move to Pretoria, and I knew the traveling and the stress of, I worked at a job where I had to travel an hour to work every morning, and sometimes there'll be issues, and she has a daughter. It was just not going to work. And then it was just getting to a point where my space is so small, and having employees in my space every single day was far more than challenging. There's emotions, there's another human to interact with. It was wow, very challenging. So that was for 8 months, and I decided, you know what, a fulfillment partner is the best option. So my partner is very, very, very like into reading and the research. So he had found a number of other fulfillment partners, like sort of setups. I didn't even know that thing existed, but you literally can find companies that exist just to help companies fulfill orders, because this online delivery situation is huge. America has been there. We've been seeing in movies for years, delivery guys, but now it's really picking up in Mzansi. So I was like, gosh, let me apply again. So basically you go onto the Takealot website. I'll put on the screen here, and you scroll, and you click apply to be on Takealot. And they approved me in like 2 hours. And I was overthinking it, and I was just so sad about the times that I was rejected that I didn't even expect that. Literally 2 hours, even less than 2 hours later, there was an email, welcome to Takealot Marketplace. So that was like one of my favorite moments this year. So Takealot, basically my aim is for it to replace the need for an employee, because it's smoother, there's less stress, less time consuming. It is expensive. They take up to 30% per order, the price. So you need to factor into your prices that fulfillment fee, which is still much cheaper than an employee, a full-time employee or 5. I never want to have a factory with lots of people packing and doing all of that stuff. So my stuff will always be outsourced. I have been approached by I've been approached by Poetry, and I've considered a couple of stores, but the profit margins that they need to make are too high. Like for example, Poetry was asking me for like 60 to 65 or 70% profit, and I was like, how is that possible when I have to make a profit? My seamstress has to make a profit, my material guys have to make a profit. So I was just like, there's no way. So I offered them like an alternative, and they just never replied. So like, I'm staying online, and Takealot kind of solutions are the best options for me. I'm also supplying through 3 other black female owned online stores, and also we've got a percentage going on there that they take. So anyway, approved on Takealot, and I thought the hardest part was done. Now the harder part came. This part needed this, not this. The other first part worked at the heart. This part needed attention and focus. And now remember, I've also joined McKinsey, and I'm doing a program with them that helps me as a business person upskill. I love how I thought it would be like data and theory. It's actually more like how to be resilient, how to create a good mindset. And I was like, oh wow, this is the differentiator between normal business people and normal corporate guys or normal businesses, and businesses that have been through McKinsey, and corporate guys that have worked at McKinsey and all these other amazing world-renowned companies. They work at this mindset, heart, emotion. Woo! Guys, it's incredible. Like the things that, there's something called an APR strategy, which basically helps shift your mindset. So there's a number of mindsets that aren't resilient that they give you, and then you get to choose which ones you resonate with, and then how to shift it to the other side. And it's life-changing. Life-changing. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So even the course that I'm studying, postgraduate diploma in marketing management, everything is applicable in every day. Like they give you pricing strategies, they give you market entry strategies, they give you creating how do you get your own target market. My slogan, my branding, all of it has been influenced by this course, which I started last year, February. But anyway, so the more difficult part of Takealot is the 4-week program that they put you on. It's not a program, it's a 4-week onboarding where they teach you how to do everything, because Takealot is just a marketplace. It's not interactive. It's quite different from Superbalist, which houses like brands and is a bit more shop-like. They are very different. So in this process, you learn how to barcode, you learn how to take the pictures and what the pictures should look like. They tell you what you need. So you need a printer. I'm actually using, people have been asking me about my printer name. I didn't want to really spoon feed, because I feel like we need to get into the habit of going in store and telling the guys what your needs are. And then, because that does something for your thought process and learning. But I'm using the Canon TR4540. It's wireless. That's the main reason why I chose it. I sit in my room at midnight and I print orders, and then the next morning I walk there, I take them. It's always on. I can print from my phone. It's incredible. I was experiencing a few paper jams in the beginning, but I'm fine now. I don't know what I was doing incorrectly and how I fixed it. But yeah, so I've had that printer now since December. December, January, February, March, April, May, 6 months, and it's amazing. No regrets. It was about between 1,000 Rand and 2,000 Rand, I can't remember. And the nice things that I get to claim it as part of expenses. Guys, tax. Tax, anything you earn as net profit, you pay 20, I don't know if it's 27 or 28% in tax. And it's a lot. It's a different conversation for a different video, but guys, I would suggest that everything that you make, you put aside, let's say 20%, because obviously not all of your revenue will be net profit. So put 20% aside in a separate account called tax, and because at the end of the year you will have to pay. There's so many, at the end of your financial year, there's so many black companies, black-owned companies, even companies in general, that shut down because they get stuck with the tax bill. A lot of companies aren't tax compliant. I was watching a webinar or like a Facebook Live, and they were saying a lot of small black businesses aren't tax compliant. Tax is real. Like, it was so crazy. My boyfriend's mother was saying to me, tax is real. And I thought, like, yeah, we all know tax is real, but when she said that, I was like, actually, we don't know how real it is. So I've got accountants, part of my costs, they are expensive. Depending on how many transactions, if you're a company that's taking in orders on your, people are paying directly to your bank, you're going to pay accountants because they're spending more time going through your bank statements. So minimize, your bank statement should be less than a page in your business so that you can minimize accounting costs. But anyway, that's a different conversation for 1,000 different videos. Anyway, so this onboarding process takes 4 weeks. Supposed to take 4 weeks. It took me like 6 because I underestimated it, and I went on holiday for my boyfriend's birthday. and that totally took out like a week. And I underestimated it. And I actually posted on Instagram, is there anyone else going through this process, because it's really kicking my butt? And the lady was like, no, it's not. So I was like, okay, I'm at the wrong place. She's not going to help me. She was just like, I see, no, like how, what, just do it. So I was like, well, I'm not going to find support here. So I actually spoke to a friend of mine that's already on Takealot, and she was not doing it either, and her employee was doing it. So I spoke to her. She was incredible, and she just gave me the support I needed. She was like, no, you're not overthinking it. Yes, they take that long. Yes, it's that awkward. It's that weird. It's that ridiculous. So that's the kind of support I needed. I didn't need someone to spoon feed me. I hate spoon feeding, but I just wanted someone who's in the same situation to sort of, someone to talk to and to give you a different perspective or the same perspective and just reassure you. That's the number one thing that I miss about 9 to 5, about the only thing, the community, and being able to just bounce an idea off the person next to you, whether you're doing the same thing or similar things. So yeah, definitely what I'm going to tell you about entrepreneurship, it's lonely. The learning process is lonely. The learning process, you don't have a lot of support until you try find it, and when you try find it, you don't even know if you're going to get it. So you definitely need to form a community or know 1 or 2 people that are doing the same stuff that you're doing. Just find them. You need it. Like, you will not make it on your own. You will make it, but it'll be, oh my gosh, very exhausting and very, like, not in a cute way, oh, exhausted, like, finish you. You know, it might even end up with you being unable to carry on with the business. So yeah, so you need a printer, you need plastic bags that I sourced. You cannot transport stuff in a box. There's a 1 meter drop test that your products need to survive. Can't take bottles there, they're going to get squashed at the storage situation. So you have to ship stuff to Cape Town and Joburg. I also experienced a lot of issues once I had started after that whole 4 to 6 weeks process of onboarding. I had to ship a few items to Cape Town and Joburg. I completely couldn't estimate what the demand would be. The stuff was sold out within hours. I sent more stuff sold out. Basically, they eventually allow you to have a lead time once they've tested how long you take to deliver to each warehouse, Cape Town and Joburg. Then they allow you to have 5 days or whatever time frame that they give you, so that you can at least finally get a sense of the demand. So literally this week I'm sending like 200 of each item to them. So Takealot, that means Takealot is doing amazing for me. And actually the video that I had found, the guy took 5 months to make like a reasonable amount of sales. So that's the time frame I had given myself. I was like, even if I sell 5 items every month until it goes up by a little bit every month until 5 months time. So I was very pleasantly surprised. I marketed it a bit, and I hope that eventually most of my customers choose to buy from there, so that I can focus on my studies, grow the business, extend into hair products, and do all the stuff that I actually need time to do. So basically in just the last year, I've been figuring out how the systems of how the basics of the company work, and I think Takealot plugs a big hole in that. So I hope, guys, this video really helps you. And if you're a small business trying to get on to Takealot, these little things that I mentioned will help you a lot. And it'll also maybe be the support that you don't have to sort of like help you. This video can maybe be that support that you need to just help you with perspective and just the little things that you wonder about and you can't get answers from anywhere about. So basically, try to Takealot, see how it works for you. And the nice thing is having that option. So you have your people fulfilling if you do, and then have Takealot, and then you've got yourself, which can always also do the fulfilling of the orders. But Takealot is so smooth, guys. They use the same delivery people as Superbalist. They're not the same kind of setup, but oh my gosh, it's so worth it. All the best, guys, and I hope this video helps. I'll see you in the next video. Maybe it'll be about tax. I'm also bringing Nyaki on. She's going to talk about how she made her first 1 million turnover during lockdown. I'm not going to talk about numbers. I still don't want to go there. It'll just be an awkward conversation because, ish. But she can talk about it, and I will be the platform for her to talk about it. She's already doing a masterclass about it. So yeah, that's what to expect in the upcoming videos. As my hair grows, it gives me time to focus on other things. Then I'll come back to hair content. Not that short hair doesn't provide hair content, but it provides less opportunity for hair content. Okay, guys, see you soon. Love you.